So today I want to talk about chromatic scales, and I'm going to start with the D-chromatic. So we don't say D major or D minor because a chromatic scale is completely composed of half steps. So the tonality of, say, a D-chromatic scale would be as you begin on D and you end on D if you're doing the scale. Now to create these half steps, which is what they are composed of, you use this fingering, a white note thumb, black note 3, that's if it's white black, and then white white 1 2, and black white 3 1, you go to black again from white, so you have another 3, a 1, a 3. So white black is 1 3 1 3. White is 1 2. You have to know that it's 1 2 if you have adjacent white notes, and it's going to be otherwise black white 3 1 3 1, white 1 2. You go all the way up to the highest D. You'll end with a thumb. Now some people might pick a strong finger to end with. You know, they might put a 4 at the top. But for now, we're going to actually follow religiously the fingering and end with the thumb. And when you come back down, black white is 3 1, and then white is 2 1. White is the critical thing, the 2 1 coming down. Okay. Now, if you're going to do a parallel D-chromatic scale, the left hand will start on a white note, so it's a thumb to a black note, a thumb to a 3. Now, white 2 1, 3 1, black white 3 1, black white 3 2 1 because of white. And be careful about the 2 1s, which is the white. Now, if you're going to do it together, let's cover a couple of octaves. We have thumbs starting, and we have thumb 3s. Now here we have what's called mirror fingers, 2 1 E F and 1 2 E F in the other hand. So 2 1 1 2. Now we're back to this real symmetry of 3s 1s 3s 1s. I'm saying because it's both hands playing 3s. Now 2 1 1 2. Now you can see what happens. We'll go up to there. Now, you could be very pedantic and play a chromatic scale like a robot. Or you can decide that internally you imagine a certain kind of sound that you want to produce. Let's say you want it to be a little more wavy. Instead of sounding very much like, again, robotic or vertical sounding and too much like a Czerny exercise, you could say, I want it to be very wavy. So in order to do that, I'm going to let my wrist be a little bit supple through this, so it's like a little undulating wrist, not severely undulating, but so that there's some sponginess in my wrist. And I want to roll into the first few notes like this. Trick to playing it really very seamlessly, that's a good word for it, is not letting the thumb come crashing down, but the thumb has to be the most feather-like finger through the 3 fingers that you're using, because you're basically using only 3 fingers. So when you get to the thumbs, you don't want to come crashing down. You want to kind of have them guide the hand a little, but like your under thumb, and it's light thumb. Playing not too heavy either. Now if I want to play still very seamlessly, but I want to play a little bit out there, a little bit bigger, not yet doing crescendo or anything, but just a bigger dynamic all the way up and down, I would use more arm weight, but I would still kind of phrase it. Now I was phrasing it a little bit play a little heavier Okay, now you could also do a crescendo. You start soft. You could also do staccato. Shape to it, you know. I kept thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, da 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 da, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, ba 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 ba, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. It seemed to go in 8s and 4s actually. Now what's interesting is if you want to do this in contrary motion, it's very symmetrical because when you do contrary motion, you have thumbs on the white, 3s on the black, and now white, white, you have 1, 2. It's perfect. So symmetrical, you're doing this like copycat hands, copycat fingers. So if you look at one hand, you know what the other hand is doing. White, 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 white. It's a great one to start on if you want to do contrary motion because some of the others get really tricky because they're not doing the same pattern in both hands as this one is. There's a couple of them that do have the same pattern. So you can actually follow one hand and feel the other, or you could look straight ahead, at least with the radar screen that you have, peripheral vision. I'm going, this is very mechanical, you'll notice I'm sounding mechanical. So far I'm looking straight ahead. Then I probably would choose to look at my left hand and then go lean toward the piano like this. So I'm still looking at my left hand, and then I go more straight up. Now I have peripheral vision, so I can look straight ahead. You can see that. But that's not exactly the way I want to play that scale because it sounds like, again, a Czerny exercise, and I want to do it with some degree of shape. So I'm going to think of, let's see what I did last time. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sort of like that in legato. Let's see if that helps it a little. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. It seems like it just organizes itself like that a bit, and it's a little bit more wavy than just, you know, doing flying fingers up and down. For staccato, I think legato, but I snip it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So, because we'll do rhythms too. Loosens you up. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go toward the piano as you get to the last octave. It brings you closer. You can think of little elves too when you play the staccato. Very light little elves, you know, but they're doing little horizontal motion. That's sort of what the chromatic scale is all about. I'd also practice again going crescendo this way, did crescendo that way, so you get the control of your arm weight. Or if you want to do that with staccato, start. And I think the biggest thing is when you start a scale to always roll into the scale. Don't fall down on the first note, but it's a little roll into the depths of the scale. Even if you're playing softly, you're rolling in. If you're playing softly, you're still going roll into that. If you're playing bigger, you're rolling into the bigger sound. Phrasing it in certain groups really helps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, needle, leadle, ooda, ooda, 8, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, dip a leadle, da, da, da. So you start getting little dips as opposed to flat out, flat, dynamic, flat up and down. Let's say you do it all soft. You still add one dynamic, you still feel the little waves going through. So now I'm going to finally be daredevil-ish. And I always tell my students, try to grow your technique a little by notching up your tempo when you're ready. After you get the control at the slower speeds and then you move it up, see if you can keep your cool in the faster tempo. So let's say I'm going to go quicker, but I'm going to still feel those groupings of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going to be quicker. And let's see if I can do the staccato. It's a little harder because with staccato, you're going so fast that you have to use a finger staccato. You have to really just, the very ends of your finger to snip them out. And I'm going to see if I can do that speed at that speed. Not sure I could. Yeah. I guess I did it. And it's sort of a pseudo staccato because it wasn't exactly, as if you do slow, you can really hear the detached, the pullbacks, the real snappy withdrawals from the keys. When you go really fast, it's a little bit of a illusory legato.